saint, and now he will be obviously among our most honored ancestors. You know, I would sit and talk with John, and he was, you know, the quiet conversations that we would have. He was always so encouraging. He encouraged ambition in women. He enjoyed seeing ambition in women. And, you know, there is so much to applaud him for about it, as everyone has said, how he lived his truth, how he lived his faith, how he put that faith into action. And we have to remember, yes, it was about Bloody Sunday, and you and I and others were there. That was my last big event before the pandemic, was to be there with John, with you and so many others, to walk across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in March. But let's also remember that John Lewis was the first person to testify in the Senate hearings to get rid of DOMA, and to talk about the connection between Loving versus Virginia and the LGBTQ movement for same-sex marriage, and he would talk about love is love. John Lewis was front and center in the fight for immigrant rights, where he talked about how immigrant rights are about civil rights. John Lewis was part of the creation of the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act. And by the way, Mitch McConnell needs to put the Voting Rights Act, H.R. 4, on the floor for a vote. It's been 225 days, and needs to name it the John Lewis Voting Rights Act.
You're calling on Mr. McConnell, the majority leader of the Senate, to name the bill after John Lewis and to put the bill on the floor, and don't just give empty words, but do some John Lewis action.
Right, because as we like to say, I'm too busy watching what you're doing to hear what you're saying. So if he wants to make clear his honor for the life, the legacy, the sacrifice, the heroism of John Lewis, put that on